Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta channel. We're doing paid review 21QB126, and this is a follow-up from a phone call, bit of advice I was giving last week. Quick wristwatch check, and I'm wearing a Rolex Submariner. Now, this here was a bit of advice I was giving. Let me read this to you. Hey Paul, I got a paid review from you in the past, but my situation has changed. I want to talk Patek in detail over the phone, or other watches you think highly of in the same bracket. I'm in love with the Patek Philippe Aquanaut 5167, but it's proving impossible to get, and at the prices they're asking, I have to admit there are better watches for the money. I also like the Breguet Marine, the Royal Oak, or maybe even a 5205. That's a Patek annual calendar, one of the new annual calendars. I'm an unusual enthusiast because I just turned 31. I want to enjoy my watch while at work, and my job is very physical. The rubber strap not only makes things more durable, but for me adds that FU element of the younger man entering the old man's game. I want a watch that's just fucking cool in a low-key way. Something that only I need to be pleased with, that screams I couldn't give a fike what it says about me or who I am, or maybe not impress. My only concern is if I wish to move into something different down the line, I'm able to recoup my money. Happy to set up. Okay, so this was a bit of advice there, and I rang him, and I got to be totally honest with you. He's a nice guy, and I was having a bit of a chat to him, and I kind of said to him, Nautiluses are crazy, crazy money. These things are ridiculous. The Aquanaut is also ridiculous. And the 5167, the Aquanaut steel on the rubber, is a beautiful watch. But let's be completely honest, it's a hyped watch. Now, the funny thing is, so many people who are new to the hobby, they fall in love with the hyped models, yet if these models weren't hyped, they probably wouldn't love them. And what I said to him was, I said, I find it very, very tough to recommend a 5167. I said to him, the first thing I would say is, do you own your own apartment, condominium, or home? Because I wouldn't be buying a 5167 unless you've got a certain amount of comfort in your life. And I really think before you buy something that expensive, you really should have your housing situation taken care of. I mean, you probably should own your own place, paid off, if not, had a substantial dent into the mortgage. And I got to be totally honest with you. I tried to steer him away from this watch. I said, look, I think the 5167 is an amazing watch. It's a Patek. It was their entry-level watch for a long time. It's very, very in demand. And I understand it is such a versatile watch, but what I would try and do is, instead of going after that model, I would probably say, well, hang on a minute. What about we look at a white gold Calatrava? They traditionally use the same movement, either the 315 or the 324 Patek movement. If you've got one of those in white gold, you could very cheekily put it onto a rubber strap or a leather strap or a less formal strap. And I tried to convey this. I said, I don't know if you really want a Patek. I don't know if you should really go for the 5167. It's like somebody being a Mercedes-Benz fan. They love Mercedes-Benz, but they only will accept an SL, an AMG SL. I mean, that's going to be ridiculously expensive. If you love Mercedes-Benz, maybe a C-Class would be a much better buy, or an E-Class. You know, does it have to be an SL? Just because you love Mercedes, does it need to be the flagship or the range-topping model? And in my opinion there, I tried to steer this young guy. I said, you know what I would do if I were you, seriously? My advice to you is this. If you should only buy one of these watches if you've got your own pad and a substantial emergency fund and you're comfortable. I wouldn't just be buying this on a whim. Because the whole thing is the way you word that question. You want to be able to get out of it if necessary. Well, maybe if you've got that reservation, you shouldn't be buying a super hyped luxury wristwatch. I said to him, what I would do is far cheaper. Instead of getting an Aquanaut, why don't you get a white gold Calatrava automatic and a steel sports watch to go with it, like a Milgauss or an Air King by Rolex. That's what I would do. And I said to him, I said, please, don't just fall in love with the hyped hot model. Fashion is fickle. Say you went for a Calatrava, you're getting a precious metal. And I told him the story of Ferraris in the 1960s. The two-seaters were the same price as the 2+2s. And now the collectible market says it's the two-seaters that are very valuable. The 2+2s they're a lot cheaper. Now, in the collectible Rolex market, the same thing can be said, because what's happened is the super collectible Rolexes are the sports steel. Now, in the day, they were cheaper than Calatravas. Now, my opinion is, unless you're really wealthy, if you're really wealthy, buy whatever you want. But if you need to be smarter about it, why not get a beautiful Calatrava and team it up with a steel sports Rolex? You're going to have a lot more bang per buck, 2 usable watches instead of one hyped type of watch. And I tried to explain this politely, but no matter how hard I tried, he didn't seem to want to understand what I was saying. Personally, I think a lot of people, I've been in the hobby long enough when I remember Aquanauts and Nautiluses, you could buy them at the AD. They weren't that cool or hot. They weren't that cool or hot. How times have changed. And I got to be totally honest with you. I would be looking at more value. If you want a Patek, I would generally say, nothing wrong. Patek is a great brand. Let's get a white gold. If you like the steel, well, instead of getting steel, let's go white gold. Let's go for a white gold automatic Calatrava. Okay, same movement. You can get those 37, 38 mils and get yourself a steel Rolex just to get life done. That's where I would be going. That's where I'd be going. I tried to explain this, but he kept telling me he loves the Aquanaut, the Aquanaut, the Aquanaut. And I get the feeling he's more into the hype than the actual watch itself there. And I mean, that's okay. That's okay. That's how people are. But personally, my advice is I wouldn't be buying a hyped watch. He's a young man. I would be securing an apartment or a condo first before you get a ridiculously hyped watch. And do you really want something that is so hyped? I tend to look at value, and I gave him a classic example, the Patek 6006. I said, that's a really cool watch, white gold, black dial, very cool. And it's going to be a lot more, it's going to be a better buy than a hyped steel Aquanaut. Unfortunately, these things are never easy to explain. People get very set in the ways. They really want the super hyped model. And it's kind of just how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. But in his case there, I desperately tried to say to him, get a Calatrava, get a Steel Sports Rolex, and keep the difference. But sometimes people, it's very, very hard to lead them to a new way. I think in many ways they like the attention the hyped models bring them. And that's certainly a factor. The hyped models are popular. It's a bit of a shame I couldn't talk them around, but I tried. I tried my best. I'm ArchieLuxury. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Tell me what you think, guys. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. And I will see you in the next one. Remember, I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I desperately need paid reviews to keep me full-time on YouTube. Please, $50 US, look down below, get a paid review done. I'll give you my advice. You can have the video, and I will see you in the next one. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury on the Poor Pluta channel. Guys, I desperately need to do more paid reviews. The backlog is pretty well non-existent. Guys, I desperately need to do paid reviews. I charge $50 US for a paid review. I'll tell you what I think of your collection. I'll give you some additions and I'll answer some questions you may have about your collection. This could be a perfect Christmas gift for a friend. Send me details on their collection. Send me details of what they've got, and I'll give you some advice. Guys, this could be a great present to give somebody. And also, guys, if you've never had a paid review from ArchieLuxury, man, this could be a great way for you to get a paid review and share it with all your friends. Guys, I desperately need some more paid reviews. The cupboard is bare. I don't have many left at all to do. I desperately want to do more paid reviews. Please get a paid review request in. Email me, archieluxury72@gmail.com. PayPal to the same address. It's $50 US, and I'd love to tell you what I think of your collection. I'm ArchieLuxury. See you in the next paid review. Urgently, guys, I need some paid reviews. Hey guys, check out one of my best friends, Jamie Opulence, on YouTube. Just go to Jamie Opulence on YouTube. A fantastic channel from my good friend Jamie. Check it out, guys. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. We're gearing up to Christmas, and I want to tell you about ArchieLuxury advertising packages. So guys, let me give you the drum. Let me give you the squirt. Let me tell you the story. So, what have we got here for you? We got some really good packages. What have we got? Advertising packages. Do you want a 15-second insert? 15-second insert into every ArchieLuxury video and Paul Pluta channel video. 15-second insert into each video. $200 for a month. $200 for a month. If you want a rolling script, every video for a month, $100 for the month. You'll get your rolling script into each video I produce. Fridge space is pretty full at the moment. I will be advising when I'm taking more fridge advertisers. Let me know if there's any Christmas deal I can do for you. I'm ArchieLuxury. Advertise and become a winner.